Evening everyone. Tonight I'm going to show you 27 parts of the internal organs of the human body and its function. Internal organs of the human body. Brain. The brain is an amazing 3-pound organ that controls all functions of the body. The brain is an important organ that controls thought, memory, emotion, touch, motor skills, vision, breathing, temperature, hunger, and every process that regulates our body. Spinal cord. The brain and the spinal cord are your body's central nervous system. The brain is the command center for your body, and the spinal cord is the pathway for messages sent by the brain to the body and from the body to the brain. Tonsil. The tonsils are part of the body's immune system. Because of their location at the throat and the palate, they can stop germs entering the body through the mouth or the nose. The tonsils also contain a lot of white blood cells which are responsible for killing germs. Gullet or esophagus. The esophagus functions primarily as a transport tube that directs the progression of food and fluids from the mouth to the stomach. Lung. The main function of the lungs is the process of gas exchange called respiration or breathing. In respiration, oxygen from incoming air enters the blood, and carbon dioxide, a waste gas from the metabolism, leaves the blood. A reduced lung function means that the ability of lungs to exchange gases are reduced. Capillaries. The smallest and most numerous of the blood's vessels form the connection between the vessels that can carry blood away from the heart or arteries and the vessels that return blood to the heart or veins. The primary functions of capillaries is the exchange of materials between the blood and tissue cells. Stomach. The stomach has 3 main functions: temporary storage for food, which passes from the esophagus to the stomach, where it is held for 2 hours or longer; mixing and breakdown of food by contraction and relaxation of the muscle layers in the stomach; and digestion of food. Spleen. The spleen has some important functions. It fights invading germs in the blood. The spleen contains infection-fighting white blood cells. It controls the level of blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets. It filters the blood and removes any old or damaged red blood cells. Pancreas. During digestion, your pancreas makes pancreatic juices called enzymes. These enzymes break down sugars, fats, and starches. Your pancreas also helps your digestive system by making hormones. These are chemical messengers that travel through your blood. Large intestine. The purpose of the large intestine is to absorb water and salts from the material that has not been digested as food and get rid of any waste products left over. By the time food mixed with digestive juices reach your large intestine, most digestion and absorption has already taken place. Small intestine. The small intestine carries out most of the digestive process, absorbing almost all of the nutrients you get from the foods into your bloodstream. The walls of the small intestine make digestive juices or enzymes that work together with enzymes from the liver and the pancreas to do this. Bladder. The bladder is an organ of the urinary system. It plays 2 main roles: temporary storage of urine. The bladder is a hollow organ with distensible walls. It has a folded internal lining known as rugae, which allows it to accommodate up to 400 to 600 ml of urine in healthy adults. Anus. The anus is the last part of the digestive tract. It's made of the muscles that line your pelvis, pelvic floor muscles, and 2 other muscles called anal sphincters, internal and external. The pelvic floor muscle stops stool from coming out when it's not supposed to. The anal sphincters give you control over stool. Rectum. The rectum is a straight 8-inch chamber that connects the colon to the anus. The rectum's job is to receive stool from the colon, let you know that there is stool to be evacuated or pooped out, and to hold the stool until evacuation happens. Appendix. Normally, the appendix sits in the lower right abdomen. The function of the appendix is unknown. One theory is that the appendix acts as a storehouse for good bacteria, rebooting the digestive system after diarrheal illnesses. Other experts believe the appendix is just a useless remnant from our evolutionary past. Colon. The colon is part of the large intestine, the final part of the digestive system. Its function is to reabsorb fluids and process waste products from the body and prepare for its elimination. The colon consists of four parts: descending colon, ascending colon, transverse colon, and sigmoid colon. Duodenum. The duodenum is the first part of the small intestine. It is located between the stomach and the middle part of the small intestine, or jejunum. After food mix with stomach acid, they move into the duodenum, where they mix with the bile from the gallbladder and digestive juices from the pancreas. Gallbladder. The gallbladder stores bile produced by the liver. After meals, the gallbladder is empty and flat, like a deflated balloon. Before a meal, the gallbladder may be full of bile and about the size of a small pear. Kidney. Your kidneys remove waste and extra fluid from your body. Your kidneys also remove acid that is produced by the cells of your bodies and maintain a healthy balance of water, salts, and minerals such as sodium, calcium, phosphorus, and potassium in your blood. Bile duct. Bile ducts are drainage pipes that carry bile from the liver to the gallbladder and from the gallbladder to the small intestine. Liver. The liver regulates most chemical levels in the blood and excretes a product called bile. This helps carry away waste products from the liver. All the blood leaving the stomach and intestines passes through the liver. Heart. The four main functions of the heart are pumping oxygenated blood to the other body parts, pumping hormones and other vital substances to different parts of the body, receiving the oxygenated blood and carrying metabolic waste products from the body and pumping it to the lungs for oxygenation. Bronchial tube. When a person breathes, air comes in through the nose or mouth and then goes into trachea or windpipe. From there, it passes through the bronchial tubes, which are in the lungs. These tubes let air in and out of your lungs so you can breathe. Windpipe or trachea. The trachea serves as passage for air, moistens and warms it while it passes into the lungs, and protects the respiratory surface from the accumulation of foreign particles. The trachea is lined with a moist mucous membrane layer composed of cells containing small hair-like projections called cilia. Larynx. The larynx serves to protect the lower airways, facilitates respiration, and plays a key role in phonation. In humans, the protective and respiratory functions are compromised in favor of its phonatory function. Pharynx. The Greek word for throat. Cone-shaped passageway leading from the oral and nasal cavities in the head to the esophagus and larynx. The pharynx chamber serves both respiratory and digestive functions. Thick fibers of muscle and connective tissues attach the pharynx to the base of the skull and surrounding structures. Uvula. The uvula is the teardrop-shaped piece of soft tissue that hangs down the back of your throat. It's made from connective tissues, saliva-producing glands, and some muscle tissue. When you eat, your soft palate and uvula prevent foods and liquid from growing up your nose.